Awesome. Thank you so much, Dr. Wagner. I know that you are very busy. I know you have an amazing, successful practice. We've actually spent quite a bit of time on YouTube looking at your videos. And I know you and I have met at trade shows, and you have been a long time supporter of our company. So just wanted to personally thank you. So thank you so much, Dr. Wagner. Appreciate it.
So I love your company. I've always, since I was, for 50 years, I've been prescribing, well, way before you guys started. I hunted out and found green papaya capsules. I've always used tropical products that nobody else ever used. I'd have people eat papaya every day. That's one of my standards. And so when you came along, that kind of fulfilled everything.
Oh, wow. Thank you so much. You know, we started as Herbal Papaya in 2013. And now we've expanded to all kinds of things, but I do love tropical. My background is, I grew up in Nigeria and West Africa. So I ate those things growing up. So just very excited to be able to introduce it to a wider audience and help to educate people about the nutritional benefits. Oh. But if you don't mind, I'll jump right into it. I know you had a chat with Jerry. Misha has reached out. Lorraine, of course, Lolo has been with us since the beginning. So yeah, just really thank you. So we're really trying to capture a testimonial. Of course, before we post anything on our website or use it, we will get your approval. But really, we were trying to capture a testimonial from you. So if you would just really share, really honestly, I would have loved to say, hey, a little bit about your background, and then your Herbal Goodness products that you have found, that you've used, and how they've benefited your audience.
Okay. Well, first of all, I'm 75 years old. I've been in practice 45 years. I owned health food stores prior to that. I was a major health food person. I had 4 health food stores. I know all products. It's not like a doctor who just studies that. I was in the health food business. Before that, I was in the gym business. And so I've been what you call a physical culturist. Yes. And that is a very rare thing today. It's a person who can give advice on any area of life, not just chiropractic, not just a specific area. I was partners with Jack LaLanne, the famous physical culturist. He was on TV for 34 years, the longest running show. And so that's how I started. And when I found chiropractic, I added that to the whole thing and then put it all together. So one of my greatest things to do is to set people for free. So I work to find the cause, not just treat, not just give therapy. And I have a natural pharmacy here, lots and lots of products, of which when I found your company, probably the first year you were around, I immediately gravitated to it. I loved it just from the feel of it. I've been carrying it ever since. Each one of those, I use it maybe differently than maybe even you do it. I use it for instance, the guava leaf is for sleep and, and blood sugar and so forth, but I may use it to detoxify acids. I may balance organs or acupuncture meridians with it. I love the papaya leaf, of course, because I fixed quite a few people with platelet problems. Not that I get a lot, but I get enough, and that dramatically changes things. So all around, it's one of my stalwarts of the office, and I have hundreds and hundreds, if not 1,000 products.
Wow.
So that's my history. I have, it's really more than 45 years because I work 60 hours a week. I'm always here. I work 6 days, sometimes 7. The last month I've worked 2 7-day weeks. Nothing can be better than this. And on my days off, I treat horses. So, because I'm an avid horseback person.
That is amazing. That's okay, Dr. Wagner, you look amazing for 75. You look amazing. You have to tell us your secret. I know that you are into, natural herbs, and But what is your secret for staying so young, so strong? So, I mean, you're still working full time, going full speed.
Well, I train, number one, I work out.
Okay.
I don't do aerobics because I think that wears you out.
Okay.
I do intense resistant exercise to failure. I may even do 50 sets in an hour to failure. Very few people could do that.
Wow.
And I include in there a lot of balance things, a lot of coordination things. So that's really good. Number two, you have to have a hobby that you really love. I love horses. I love riding mountains. I love riding hard and off trail. So that's two, good, right?
Yes.
And then you have to love your profession. And I love what I do so much. I work 10, 12-hour days.
That's amazing.
People don't understand how I have so much energy. Now, this is not natural inborn. Everybody in my family, and the father's line died before age 50 of heart disease for 5 generations.
Wow.
So it's inherent for me to not live long. I've had to work at it. I was super unhealthy as a child, asthma, bronchitis, weak bones, everything you can possibly imagine. And I built myself just like Jack LaLanne did. I don't make any mistakes. I don't eat desserts. I never eat something that I know I'm not supposed to. I eat to perform. I work out to perform. I don't necessarily eat for pleasure. I eat to perform because I have to stay well to heal people and get them, get them fixed.
Wow.
So that's what I do.
I love that. Do what you love, find a great hobby, and then physical exercise, not general, doesn't have to be a robotic aerobics, but you generally treat your body to perform, not really just for fun or for pleasure.
Yeah.
So, Dr. Wagner, in your opinion or your experience, what are the fundamental things that people have to pursue in order to, improve their health and wellness? So if somebody walks in and they are unhealthy, what's the first thing that you generally, what are some of the fundamental things? Because we believe in food as medicine at Herbal Goodness. I truly believe that we are what we eat.
Yes.
And then I also believe in the mind-body connection. So I know that even beyond food, there's things that you should do. But if somebody walks in and they're looking for some help, what do you initially talk to them
I have
about?
a pretty good system.
Yes.
And they come in, it doesn't matter there's something. I have to first figure out if their brain is working, if that brain has been disconnected from their body, because everything comes down to communication. That's all there is. If your jaw does not know what your hip's doing, then you're going to have pain forever. If your brain doesn't know your shoulders there, it doesn't know. And this always happens from accidents and traumas, surgeries, anesthetic, vaccines. So I have to determine which one of those, and I make a priority. The brain comes first. So I fix the brain as fast as I can. I wrote a 370-page book on how to do it. And so when I get that generally working pretty good, taking care of their traumas, I switch to the organs, their glands, their hormones, their immune system, their blood supply, their lymphatic flow, their acupuncture breeze, their chi force. And I put all that together and I find their weakest place. So we'll just make it up. Let's say it's kidney.
Okay.
We'll just make it up.
Okay.
And I've already fixed the brain. I've fixed some structural things, fixed their posture. Then I have to look for the products that would work. What work? And also, what are they doing in their life that hurts their kidney? You're only as good as your weakest link. And that has to be found. The other things don't matter. It's the weakest link. So then I look to see what are they doing wrong. And sometimes everything they're doing is wrong. Everything they eat is wrong. They've been educated wrong. So then from that point, I start testing products to see what has the greatest beneficial effect on them. And yours is part of my big collection, but I love yours. because I started out healing everybody with papaya. I can remember even having a man, a very famous man, who had seizures, and I put him on 4 to 5 papayas a day and papaya juice, and it cured his seizures.
That's amazing.
And so I just didn't have any products
That's amazing.
until you came along.
Thank you so much, Dr. Wagner. That means a huge lot to us. Just your stamp of approval. I know you know this. We take quality very seriously. I take quality. This is personal for me. It's a very personal journey for me. I'm excited about sharing health and well-being because I've also healed myself, just all kinds of things. Where I'll go to the doctor, they say, take this pill for the rest of your life. And you just, just keep digging and being curious. What am I eating that is giving me indigestion and heartburn? And once you find the root of it and you take it away, voila, it all goes away. So for me, it's very personal. You really, so I really, really appreciate you saying that. In terms of how you've experienced our company, Herbal Goodness, can you share anything, good, bad, feedback? What could we do better? How have we come across, not just the products, because we're really focused on quality when it comes to products. Quality is big for us, but also impact, sustainability. But even customers, how have you experienced us? And, please feel free to give me very honest feedback.
Okay. So when I started my health food stores, there were no Whole Foods. There were no large, big companies. Everything was small. I knew every company. I knew the owners of every company. I knew their products by heart. I knew their prices. People wouldn't believe what I could know. What was on the shelf, what wasn't on the shelf. I had an inventory in my head. And so you would go to a health show and maybe there'd be 500 companies. There wasn't many more than that. Nowadays, there's 4,000 and you can't possibly look at it. So the difference between, as I think of your company, is the way I started out. I know you, I can call you, I get really good personable answers. I know your heart is in the product is your heart. So that is very unique in a big corporation. And many times I have to buy products from the big corporation because there's no other way to buy it. And I just have to accept reality. But when I have a small company that has what I want and I can talk to them and ask them questions, that's like a super blessing. And that doesn't happen hardly any time anymore. It's a rare thing. And the people coming up in the health food business now, they don't even know those days. So that's why I like your company.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. So that really, really speaks to us. I know that we're fast spent on time, but knowing what you know now, Dr. Wagner, could you rewind, and if you could rewind the clock about 30 years or so, what will you tell people, your clients? What do you tell them? Are we eating wrong? Are we processing food wrong? Are we too stressed? Is it that we're losing community? Why are we heading in the wrong direction with health?
Well, in most cases, I believe in emergency medicine. I mean, they've saved my life. They've saved everybody's lives. Okay. Yes. They're the greatest doctors. Yes. But to seek after healthcare from medicine and the medical profession for chronic problems, that's going to be a failure to begin with. And so to find a natural doctor, a doctor that, whether it's an MD, a naturopath, a chiropractor, somebody who, and stay with them, stay with the program from that time on. And if you have to change doctors for a little more knowledge, then that's fine. But if you stay with it, then you will be guided to the right things. My average patient, well, at my age, takes 8 to 12 medications a day. That's poison in them. They have no concept of how to eat, how to drink, what to do, how to exercise. And most people don't exercise. They don't move. They don't train their coordination system. They don't train their balance system. I do balance exercises every day because the number one thing is falling. When people get past 60, they fall.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
I've lost your.
No, I'm here. I'm
Oh,
right
okay,
here.
good, good. So that's the main thing. And then learn and don't, for simple things, don't run and take a medicine. Find the herb, find the dietary change. It is always, always a choice somebody's making. They might be eating something every day thinking it's healthy, or it's an addiction. And and what I do is I spend time asking a million questions until I get to the bottom line. And then I find it.
That's
And then I always do kinesiological testing to see if it's true though, and if it's bothering them.
That's amazing.
And if it is, then there's their choice. But that's what everybody has to do.
That's amazing.
Balance, exercise, proper herbal formulas, and go to a nutritionist or somebody that knows what he's doing.
That's
and
amazing.
learn how to be healthy. It's a learning process. Nobody's naturally healthy.
Yeah.
That doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Unless you just happen to be born in a culture where everything was right, but it wasn't by choice. It just happened to be that way.
Yes. Yes, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. There are some
Yeah.
cultures that are a little healthier than others.
Yeah.
You know, I can tell you growing up in Africa, there was fewer processed food. So by default, you ate food off the trees, off your vegetable garden. You grew everything was growing organic. So only in the last few years have we started using, you know, chemical fertilizers and, you know, importing. So that definitely speaks to me. What do you think is so effective about the papaya leaf extract? We know, if you can explain to me, and I will be very honest, when we started to sell papaya, I grew up eating papayas every day. We ate it after meals because we knew it was great for digestion. And we have pregnant women sit in a sitz bath with papaya leaves because apparently it helps with labor pains. I don't know how that works. Only after we found out herbal papaya did people start calling in and telling us about the platelet. So we stumbled upon papaya leaf helping with platelet support. And then of course with digestion and immune system. But do you know why papaya works so well for boosting platelets and immunity and digestion? How does it work?
I don't, I'm not a scientist, so I don't know why. I do know that when I do my testing, it tests out super effective. And that's what I go by. I don't know, I can't answer those questions. I just know that it works.
All right, we're in the same boat, Dr. Wagner. I've tried to answer it. I know that papaya has the enzyme papain. I know it has the enzyme fibrin. Fibrin is an enzyme that helps your blood to clot and helps the spleen to be more, maybe cleans out the spleen. I'm assuming the spleen is supposed to be the center of where you manufacture platelets.
Right, right.
So, but that's, frankly, I don't have the scientific, knowledge to say that. Dr. Wagner, what other product of ours, of Herbal Goodness, do you use? And how would you,
Well, I have always used your papaya, the papaya leaf. I have the guava leaf. I have the guava extract leaf. Some people like the flavoring. I'm trying to figure out how to use the guava leaf, how many to use for the sleep thing. I don't know. You might be able to help me. I use the graviola, although I think you have a lot of uses for the graviola that I don't know about, and I'd like to know about it. You know, I use it for cough and I use it for people who run down, but I think there's more things to it.
Yes. There definitely is. The graviola is there's a lot of research, actually, probably more research than any product that we sell. It helps with cell reconstruction. cell rejuvenation. So, and then it helps with killing the cells that are multiplying, that have gone rogue.
Oh, okay.
So when you have cell multiplication that has gone rogue, it tends to stop that process very quickly. Again, I'm not a scientist. I haven't studied it. It's a herb. That's,
right.
yeah. So that's as much as we do.
Well, I'm going to start using it for that. I find most people have a spleen deficiency in our country anyway, because of their diet. And so now I know that these things work on that.
Yes.
I never had anybody tell me that.
Yes.
So thank you for that.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, one more question. How would you make a statement about endorsing Herbal Goodness as a company, as an, would you be able to make that sort of statement and say, hey, Herbal Goodness, I've used you guys for a long time?
I think every natural doctor should carry your full line. I think it should be one of their primary things on the shelf. I can't imagine having my pharmacy without this. This is like a key factor. And so every doctor, and I know very few doctors probably even know you exist, but they should investigate and put it on there and try it. And they're going to see a big change.
Thank you so much, Dr. Wagner. That means the world to us. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, we really appreciate it. I don't have any more questions. Do you have questions for me? I think, let me see. Oh, let's see. My team sent a couple of questions. If you choose 3 things to communicate, oh, we've asked that. I really just had a conversation. One more question, Dr. Wagner. If you were able to design and launch your own dietary supplement product, what would be your top 3?
What would be the one product that I would, well, you already make it, green papaya capsules.
Okay.
That's my favorite. So.
Okay, we really appreciate it. So we are your favorite basket. So we appreciate that.
Okay, great.
Yeah. Dr. Wagner, do you have any questions for me? Anything that you wanted to chat about?
No, I'm going to start studying more about the things you've discovered about it so I can expand what I try it on.
Sure, and we're happy to send you what we found by our own research. So we'll be happy to do that. Yeah.
Good.
Well, thank you so much.
Okay.